Welcome, everybody, to another episode of Danny Loves Movies. This is episode number 13, and I'm really excited for my guest that I have today. I met this guy doing stand-up, doing in the mic scene for the last few years. We've always had fun conversations, and we went back and forth to the point where I was just like, do you want to come on the show? And he's like, yeah, I'd love to. And I'm glad to welcome my friend Ivan Muhirwe. How are you doing, brother?
I'm good. Happy to be here.
So glad to see you, man. Yeah. I haven't seen you in a minute.
Yeah, just been focusing on work for the most part.
For sure.
And coming up with jokes is, right now, especially, I do jokes about mostly like racial stuff and stuff like that. It's been a little bit harder to find funny stuff. So,
right.
So it's just been like, naturally, I'm working more. But I'm trying to come out more.
For sure.
Definitely.
Yeah, and then I like to ask every guest this from the beginning. Like, do you remember where we met for the first time?
I don't know for sure, but I think probably Front Street.
Yeah, either that or possibly Sesh.
Yes, that's also
possibly the Sesh, because I know we met each other in 2023.
Yeah, that's when I started.
Yeah, and I think it was definitely the summer, right? The summer 2023. Yeah, so it was either Front Street or the Sesh. It was one of those two.
Yeah.
And then
R.I.P. to both.
Yeah.
Damn.
Dude, I was saying the Sesh was fun.
The sesh was really cool. Production quality, the like people coming out, like I don't know, it had like its own personality and thing going on. Like there was also like a music, which I think is what came first, and then comedy. But like we had a consistent crowd.
Yeah.
And like it was young people usually. Like it was a good thing. But I think people complained, neighbors.
Yeah.
That's what happened.
Yeah, I think it was a neighbor filed a noise complaint, and that's how it got shut down.
Yeah.
But it was funny, like, so I started going, I think on like the second or third mic, and then because by the time I got there, the signups were already filled. Yeah. So that's how I really became known into that garage. Was I would be taking these black and whites from afar.
Oh.
And so I would be be in the back posting like doing like 5 or 6 different shots of everybody would go on stage, and then I would edit them. Then I would send them and be like, here, like just in case if you want to do like promo flyers or whatever, like you could have a shot where it's like, hey, here's me, come see me at these dates.
That's so smart. Yes.
And I learned when I was doing that, like, don't sit in the front. Don't sit in the front.
Yeah.
Because every comment is just going to be like, what the fuck are you doing, you creepy, scary looking dude?
Dude, the amount of times I've sat in the front and just like my friend who just a few seconds ago we were talking turns on me and is like... like I'm gonna fucking make fun of you now for these strangers. Yeah. I'm so betrayed. I'm so betrayed. I don't like sitting in the front either.
I don't either. And I have this great photo. This is during winter of 2023. I was the only person in the room that was wearing shorts. And everybody else was just like, what the fuck are you doing, Daddy? Yeah. And I was like, I'm just used to the cold. And I had this photo where Artie Venezuela's looking at me like dead on. He's like, Danny, why the fuck are you wearing shorts, bro? And I'm just like, I'm used to the cold. I don't know.
Yeah.
And then that was
adapted.
Yeah. And then Mike Nordstrom just went on. He's like, look at this fucking creeper over here, just fucking taking all these weird photos. Like, who knows if he jerks off to him? He said something like that.
Yeah.
And it's just like, when you're like the 15th comic in a row to just be like, why is this guy taking photos? And because again, I've been doing that for like 3.5 to 4 months. So people just be like, I would be doing. People just know like, oh yeah, that's Danny. Like he's taking shots. And I will
turn on you immediately.
Oh yeah,
as soon as I get on stage.
I won't say what this comic is, but she and I just never like gelled. And again, I have nothing against her. She and I just, and again, I was never rude or anything like that. It was just we just never. I'm sure you've met some people in this who you just don't vibe with at all.
Yeah.
And again, it's nothing against them and everything like that. It's just whenever I would talk to this person, she would just be like, okay, whatever. And then I'm doing and I'm taking pictures of her, and she just goes, what the fuck are you doing, dude? And I'm just like taking pictures. She's like, oh, do I look good? I'm like, yes. And then, and because imagine if I was just like, no.
Yeah, I'm doing my best. Like, look, I'm hitting all the angles.
Yeah.
You're not giving me nothing to work with.
I was about to say, like, what was the Sesh or Front Street the first place you did stand up in?
No, the first place I did stand up was 2019, Tommy T's in Pleasanton.
Right.
I lived in Dublin before I moved out here, and I I went out to Tommy T's. I just found out that it was the only comedy club around town. I'd just been watching like a bunch of stand up and listening to Patrice and stuff like that online. And then I went on a Tuesday, which just so happened to be open mic night. So they were like, at the door, they were like, $5, you get on the list. And I literally had no material. To this day, don't have any. But on that day, I literally was just like, oh, today's open mic. Got up. It felt like I did really well, but I don't know like how much of that was just nerves and just being happy to be done with it. But then I think I did it at Tommy T's there like 4 more times, and I gave up because I bombed once, and I was just like, never again. And then 2023 came around, and I was like, all right, I'll try.
Was there a moment in 2023 where you're just like, I want to do it again? Or like, what was the moment that you're just like, I want to do it again?
Well, 2023, so 2019, I was in college. But I didn't want to be in college. I wanted to do I wanted to be an actor. Originally, when I came to America, that was like the number one thing that I wanted to do was do acting, which I have gotten to do a little bit of now. Yeah. But at that time, 2023, I hadn't done anything acting wise, or like I tried music too. I wasn't doing anything in those fields. But I had learned so much about comedy, right? And like how to write, had written some jokes, and wanted to be like, let me see if I can try this again, essentially. And comedy is like one of those art forms that you don't need anybody else to like really get. Like you need a stage, and stage time and an audience, but other than that, you don't need like some studio to produce it. You don't need like, a bunch of cameras or anything. You just get out there, get on a mic and try. So when I got out here, I was like, okay, this is like a comedy scene. And so that's kind of what made me stay.
Sure. Yeah. And you mentioned Patrice, but like, is there any other comics that you would watch and just think like, I identify with this person? Because for me, like my few that I would identified with, especially like one of them I bring up every time, age wise, just because we're similar, was Pete Davidson, and that was before people gave a shit about who he was dating. This is like Pete Davidson when he was on Wild and Out. Yeah, this is like Pete Davidson when he's on Wild and Out. So this is like 2013, 2014, and then when somebody pretty close to my age gets Saturday Night Live, and you find out like, oh hey, we have a lot in common. It's like, maybe I can do this because I wanted to be a child actor, and my parents were like, no.
Your parents said no?
Oh, my mom was just like, no, I don't want you getting molested.
My parents did not do that. The reason why I didn't become a child actor is just because we couldn't afford the academies and stuff. Yeah. Like going back and forth, because at the time we'd moved to Seattle. When I first moved here, like I did auditions to be like a model or actor. Got this agency, John Casablancas. I don't know if you've heard of it. Yes. But got signed. Did like some modeling gigs. Like learned like how to walk and all these other things, like how to be in front of a camera. And then eventually, like my parents were just like, we can't afford like to go back and forth from Seattle to like where we were living at the time. And then, that dream just kind of fell away. Sure. But then a few years later, Jeffrey Epstein, all this stuff comes out. One of his like the people who was trafficking people, or like at least giving him photos and stuff, was John Casablancas.
No fucking way,
dude! I shit you not. I literally dodged it by that much. There was a girl who I started with in Seattle. I don't know her name. She was a redhead, but she got Kim Possible. She played live action Kim Possible.
Oh my god, yes, I know what you're talking about. Yeah. She was on the Goldbergs.
Yes.
Can you type in Kim Possible 2019?
I don't think we ever met, but
She
I
was
remember
in Karate Kid's. She was in the newest Karate Kid movie, Karate Kid Legends, and she was really good. I forget her name. Really talented, super pretty, by the way. What was her name? Let's see. You'll pull it up on the screen right here.
Yeah,
Scroll
her.
down. Let's see what's her name again. Oh, Sadie Stanley.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember because she was on the Goldbergs for a few years.
I think
she was
went
in
to Casablancas too.
Oh shit.
Yeah. But I mean, she got Disney, so
yeah, no. And I think also the benefit is like, hey, she got Disney Channel, not Nickelodeon.
Yeah, no, true. Nickelodeon is more notorious.
And I think I forget if she was on the Goldbergs at the time that she had gotten this movie, because obviously, you know, who plays Ron Stoppable but Sean Gambron, who was on the Goldbergs.
Oh.
And then that's so crazy.
Yeah. No, the weird part is it was my dream to become an actor and like do acting stuff, so I'd like learned how to sing. Like I'd done talent shows back in Kenya and stuff before I came here, so I had like a little showmanship to me. Like I did a little dance show because like I'd learned how to dance, but I basically wanted to be on Shake It Up so bad. Like that was my like I was like, that's where I belong. Like,
and did you ever meet the comic named Brendan Joseph?
I don't think I have. No.
He lives in LA now, but he was in the scene for quite a minute. A couple summers ago, at one point he was a background person on Shake It Up. Dude. When he was like 15. And I was like, "Are you kidding me?" And he's like, "Yeah, I had lunch with Zendaya and Bella Thorne. They were both like super cool." I was like, "That's great."
Fuck, dude. Yeah, that was my dream. So when I went there, like I kind of like expected, like kind of believed I was gonna automatically be in, but then they also like weirdly in the audition room, my family was there. My littlest sister, who could have been 6, 7, maybe 8 years old. They also were like, yeah, her as well. like looking back now, knowing what Casablancas was, I'm like, why did they want my 8-year-old sister?
That's fucking weird.
That's
dude.
wild as hell.
That is so crazy.
What talent agent just like, I don't know, it's creepy, but that was like narrowly missed the gauntlet of pedophiles that is Disney. Like, but I also think if offered, like if I was like, you could be on Shake It Up, I feel like I could. I don't know, I'd run the gauntlet, dude.
Yeah. So now I wonder, like, so was Disney Channel were you a Disney Channel or Nickelodeon kid more? Like for
I was
me,
Disney Channel because of Shake It Up, because I like dance.
Okay.
So
yeah.
That's where...
Yeah. So for me, I was always Nickelodeon, and people wonder like, how hard of a Nickelodeon kid were you? I turned down going to see Finding Nemo just so I can go see Rugrats Go Wild again.
Damn.
Because I'm sorry, when you're 6 years old and the Wild Thornberrys and the Rugrats are in one movie, you want to see it not once but 2 times.
Damn, I didn't stand for my side as much as I think I should have. But now thinking about it, it was like a big like competition, like Marvel DC. Yeah. Like cuz they had DreamWorks and Disney had Pixar. Yeah. So it's like there was like a little competition going on.
Yeah, it was crazy. Like DreamWorks had this run, and I will probably do an episode all about like top 5 DreamWorks animated movies.
So many good
But
ones.
like, dude, from 1998 through like 2010, I would say, just because I feel like that was like the peak era where it was just like one every single year. And I will say, like, I went to go see what I think is still the lowest grossing one to date, Sinbad: Legend of the Seven Seas.
I think I've seen it, but I don't remember too much on it.
Yeah, it's not great, but it's solid. It's got Catherine Zeta-Jones, Brad Pitt's in it. I forget who else, but yeah, I remember like...
That's the lowest grossing?
Yeah, I think so, because I think like domestically, I'm sure because of pandemic and stuff like that, there's probably been other ones that have been lower grossing. But I remember at the time, like, I went to go see it and nobody was there. And I remember, like, my grandmother took me, nobody was there. And you know what other movie she took me to go see where nobody was there? Thunderbirds.
Damn.
And I'm one of the few that I've seen the Thunderbirds movie not only seen it, but seen it in the theater.
Yeah, you're a true fan, bro.
Because that famously was directed by Jonathan Frakes, who was obviously on Star Trek, Next Generation, huge television director, and he started directing movies. He directed, I think, what might be the most underrated Nickelodeon movie of all time, Clock Stoppers.
I don't think I've seen Clock Stoppers.
Did you see Clock Stoppers as a kid?
No, I haven't.
Oh, Clock Stoppers is
I think
awesome.
Lemonade Mouth is still like up there for me. Lemonade Mouth is like, I think everybody knows Lemonade Mouth, but just that was for me. I was like, God damn.
Yeah, and what's here it is. Yeah, dude, it's got Jesse Bradford, who everybody knows from Bring It On. It's got French Stewart from Third Rock from the Sun. Paula Garces, who's known for the Harold and Kumar movies. Michael Bihn's in it. And it's got a great soundtrack dominated by Blink-182. Because this was...
My brother, the one black dude is African as hell. That last name. That last name.
And his character's name is Meeker. Oh, yeah. And you'll like this because I know you love dance. Like, he has this hilarious DJ scene where they're like... because
they made the only brother dance.
So if you're wondering what's Clock Stoppers, you have this watch where when you press it, you are moving so fast, everything else is paused essentially.
Whoa!
So what they would do, what they did was when he was at his DJ set and he was bombing, they would freeze and then move his body and like dance and all these things while he's doing it on the turntable.
Oh shit! He was a DJ too.
Yeah.
Okay, bro, you might win. You might make me watch this movie.
It's a fun movie.
I'll get high and watch this movie.
Sure. And because speaking of child acting, like, do you know what was the movie that made you want to be a child actor or television show? Like, I know you're talking about Shake It Up, but like, was there a movie that made you want to do this?
Was there a movie? Not really. I think I just watched. I grew up in church. My dad put me on stage pretty early.
Okay.
So I like performing, and then I saw TV, and I was like, that looks like another version of like what I'm used to, and then just kind of got obsessed with like the idea of like potentially one day being on screen.
Performing in church, if you don't mind me asking, is that like choir, Christmas pageants, stuff like that?
Dude, my dad was a pastor, so he just full on just gave me a solo.
Okay.
Just right away. Okay. Full on solo.
Were you just singing gospel music? Like, what were you singing?
Yes, I was praising the Lord.
Okay.
My dad, all white, dude. He had us all dressed in all white in front of this congregation in Kenya. And dude, we were just solo. There was a choir, but he said, I shall. My son's here. And then just, that's where I started performing. And then later on, learned how to dance and like fell in love with that. And I think the movie that actually made me truly want to get into movies was what's it called? Fuck.
You can describe it. I'll probably know it because I got that brain.
It's the dancing movie. It's
Step Up?
Step Up, yes. The one with Adam G. Savani.
Okay, I think I know what you're talking about. So you have Step Up.
Not Channing Tatum.
Oh, no, okay.
The one's after.
Okay, so yeah, because here's what I'll say. Like, another one, I love the Step Up franchise. And I will say, big fan. My favorite, pretty controversial, Step Up 3.
Step Up 3...
Just because they have that water dance sequence and also
that's Adam G. Savani.
Oh, okay, yeah. And is this the guy that plays Moose? Is this the guy that the guy that plays Moose?
Yes.
Yeah, okay, yeah. Yes. Great dancer.
That is Step Up 3. Yes. Two was I think they were still trying to make people just hot people.
Yeah.
They didn't really invest in the dance moves. I was a purist, bro. I was like, bring back dancing in these movies. Get these hot guys out of here.
And I'll say too, another reason why I love Step Up 3 the most is because when I was a teenager, this movie came out in the 7th grade, somewhere between 7th and 8th grade. I was obsessed with the song "Club Can't Handle Me" by Flo Rida. Yeah. And they have a great dance montage to that song. And it's just, I don't know, like those. I don't think any of the movies are like bad. I will say, like, I think that Step Up All In, which is number 5, I think that's might be the weakest one. Just because I've seen it once. I saw it once. I was like, it's fine.
Yeah.
But
There's one that I really loved that came later. I think
Is
it might
it
have
Revolution?
been 4. It might have, yes.
Is
might
it
have been the one
Revolution
that-
where they're in Miami?
Yes,
and
dude.
the dance sequences in that
Dude,
one
the
are so
shit
great.
they were doing, dude. Oh, dude, when Adam G. Savani came
Yeah.
back, that's the closest I ever came to, like, you know, when those like kids in Marvel movies like stand up and clap.
Yeah.
I was like, fuck, he's back, dude.
Yeah.
Iron Man's back, bro. The squad's back together. But it was literally like my dad. I think my dad bought me the Step Up 3 movie for my birthday as a DVD. Like that was like my birthday gift. Like, so yeah, that was like the movie that I think I was obsessed with. And then what's it called?
Step Up Revolution?
Not Step Up, but the Disney.
Shake It Up.
Shake It Up just
Yeah.
kind of solidified it for me. I was like, okay, there's avenues.
Oh, and then fun fact about Step Up 2 specifically, because he's now a very household name director. That was John M. Chu's first movie.
John M. Chu.
He's now known for directing the Wicked movies.
Oh wow.
And now he's directing, I forget the name of the adaptation, I forget which book it is, but he's co-directing an adaptation of a Dr. Seuss film. Of a Dr. Seuss book, rather.
Damn.
And this is going to be a mix of animation.
What a change in tone, huh?
Yeah, dude. So yeah, and again, he's from the Bay. I think his dad's restaurant is still around. I don't know if his dad is still running it because I think if I'm doing my math, his dad would probably be in his 80s at this point. So I don't know if Chef Chu is still with us or retired or what.
Yeah.
But it's just one of those things where I look at the menu and I just thought, God, I want to take a day trip and just go to this restaurant.
Yeah.
And just go and just say I had no idea John was a Bay Area kid.
Yeah.
Because specifically about what we're talking about today is because I'm from San Bruno, I left when I was 11, almost 12, so right before 6th grade. So I moved from San Bruno to Amador County, which I had a house there for years, but when you spend a lot of your youth growing up and coming of age in the city, very drastic 180 change to go from city to small town, where it's 11. Amador County is 11 towns comprised of like 35,000 people. So like 35,000 people spread across 11 towns within this county.
Yeah.
Now, as somebody who's been driving in the city for 10 years, I will not deny it is a refreshing change of pace.
Yeah.
When there's no real traffic.
Yeah.
It is open highway roads. And I will say, once you hit Pine Grove, there is no traffic or stoplights till you hit Nevada or possibly Lake Tahoe. Because again, it's just highway.
Yeah, just riding.
Yeah. And I will say, just growing up there though, like living there from grades 6 through 12, it was a clash. It was a big 180 for me because there was no mall.
Yeah.
Like I used to live 5 minutes from Tanforan, and Amador County, your version of that is a Walmart and a Kmart that used to be across the street from each other. Now it's just a Walmart and a vacant building for the last 10 years or so.
They blew up the spot.
Yeah, and also like as somebody that loves going to the movies and going to the multiplexes where it's like between 12 and 16 theaters, we had a small town 4 theater where like you just got what you got.
Yeah.
And we never got any horror movies or anything like that.
Damn.
And so which is why when I would go to video stores, I would just get pretty much every new horror movie out there.
Nice.
Whether it be the remake of Friday the 13th, whether it be Saw 6, whether it be Piranha 3D. Like whatever it was, it's like I want to watch it.
Yeah.
And I would go and one of the things at one of these old video stores that I used to go to called Movies to Go would be like 5 movies, 5 days, $5, where you get a stack, not the new releases, but anything else in the store. Get a stack of $5, keep them for 5 days, and I would often plow through those. Wow. Because I just love movies way too much.
I think you do love movies in like a unique way for at least our time. Like I know people who love movies now, but they can't name directors. They can't name people who they love in movies. And also I think like just phones have changed our attention span so much that people don't even want to watch like a full 1 hour, 2 hour movie or go back in time and watch a film that's maybe the production quality is not like today. And I'm slightly talking about myself here, but I'm also like, I think you do love movies in a way that's like very like not of this time of this day. I feel like that's very unique to you, and I think the podcast is a great like a great way to show that, like to put it out there.
Thank you. Yeah. Because I'm 29. How old are you, if you don't mind me asking?
26.
Okay, so you're not much younger than me, but like I was a video store kid, and it was one of those things where if I rented something and I liked it, I would be like, okay, I like this. Who directed it?
Okay.
And then if I saw like, oh hey, it's directed by said director, it's like, okay, I'll probably like this.
Yeah.
Like one of the directors of my childhood was Raja Gosnell, who I now know was probably one of the greatest comedy editors because he edited the Home Alone movies, at least the first two, directed Home Alone 3,
Yeah.
and he directed the 2 live-action Scooby-Doo movies. He directed the remake of Yours, Mine, and Ours, and he was just one of the directors of my childhood. And it was just one of those names where I remembered, like, hey, anytime this guy made a movie, I was probably going to like it.
Yeah.
And that would be the same, like, especially like the movie that made me just altered my brain and changed the way I am forever. It wasn't even the movie; it was the trailer for E.T.
The trailer.
It was the trailer for the 20th anniversary, and it's the iconic shot of them in front of the moon. And this is for the 20th anniversary. It's the first trailer you watch on the Grinch VHS, and it was in red font, and you hear the narrator go, E.T. the extraterrestrial, and then you have the shot where he has the finger and he goes bing, and he's like, I'll be right here, and then of course then you have the score goes going boom boom boom, and I was like, I gotta watch this.
Yeah.
And that was a thing that just changed everything for me. And also, like, John Hughes is another one. Like, one of my favorite movies is Ferris Bueller's Day Off.
Yeah.
And I saw that as a 8-year-old, and for whatever reason, I was just obsessed with knowing. Came out in 1986. It's 103 minutes long.
I watched that movie. I like that you love it, but I watched that movie later in life. Like after I'd come to America and learned about race and all these things. And that movie is just white privilege.
Oh, very white.
that whole movie is a white kid doing unbelievable shit.
There is,
I'm just like, what is going on?
I think there is 2 black people in the whole movie.
Yeah.
One of them is the nurse saying, Sloane Peterson, your grandmother has passed. And you feel so bad for this nurse because she's actually like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. But on her end, she's like, no school. And then the other one is the other dude at the parking garage who steals the Ferrari for the day.
Oh yeah, was he the valet?
I think he was a valet.
Yeah,
but they never specify if they were valets or not. They just work at the garage.
Oh yeah. And I think they pull off, and then they're just like, "Well, I hope they come back."
And what's funny is that we almost got a movie where it's about those 2 characters, and it's like, what did these guys do all day with that car? And it was being developed. It was being developed by the guys that created Cobra Kai. I don't know if you watch Cobra Kai at all.
Yeah.
And I think at the last minute, I don't know if it's because of the Paramount merger with Skydance that got axed, but I was just like, I don't know what that would have been, but I'm like, I would have watched it. Like, I was curious.
Yeah.
Because once these guys, Josh Hill, John Hurwitz, and Hayden Schlossberg, brought the Karate Kid back and in such an epic way. Like, Cobra Kai is still the reason why I still have my YouTube Premium membership.
Oh, that's what's up.
But again, I haven't watched an ad in 8 years.
Yeah.
You know how freeing that is to not have to watch an ad?
I hate ads so much. It's a weird pet peeve of mine of just like, this is what you thought would make me buy your product. I get so mad. But yeah, I think Cobra Kai is pretty sick. I watched the first few seasons. They did a very good job of like, not to bring it back to like politics or whatever, but they did like this kind of redeeming the I forget what the blonde dude's name was. He's kind of like this picture of toxic masculinity or whatever. And then just being with this kid and just like helping
Johnny
him
Lawrence.
out. Yeah. And just helping him out. He kind of like has this whole redemption arc. And then we have like the opposite thing with Danny, I think.
Yeah, Daniel LaRusso.
Yeah, where he's like, you know, kind of always kind of just showing that he's the good guy, but always kind of going under whenever whenever, like, he'll always do something dirty just to shit on the other guy.
For sure.
So they did, like, at least in those first few seasons that I watched, I was like, the writing for this is so good for the time that even, like, people who were like, man, these people are, like, just trying to push this agenda or whatever, but they had Lawrence or, like, Johnny to like hang on to and be like, at least he's funny, but also be like, oh, okay, I see he's, like, learning.
Yeah. And because Flip, do you watch Cobra Kai?
Hell yeah.
Okay, so you've watched the whole thing.
Yes.
Okay, so this was obviously it was back when it was called YouTube Red. And so and I will say I haven't watched a ton of the YouTube Red shows. I think one of the more underrated ones is Ryan Hansen Solves Crimes on Television. It is so meta to the point where like you have 3 different styles of television going on at the same time. Like every episode ends with him in front of a live studio audience for like 5 minutes with his wife and children.
Yeah.
But anyway, like that was the thing that put YouTube Red on the map. And when it got canceled, because it got picked up for a 3rd season, and it was around the time of like summer 2020, so obviously lockdown. We were like, where's this season? And then it was announced Cobra Kai is moving to Netflix because YouTube Red realized we don't have a giant budget for scripted content. Yeah. So we're either you can either cancel us now as is and let the 3rd season, which was ending, the 3rd season finale was Johnny and Daniel teaming up. Yeah. Like if you ended it there, that would have been the biggest heartbreak in the world.
Yeah.
But
there's a lot more to pull out of it.
But I give credit to YouTube for being like, you can shop it around, and Netflix was immediately like, look, we passed on it just because I think Netflix wanted to do a pilot, and YouTube was like, here, 10 episodes, go. So I understand.
I see.
But Netflix was like, we fucked up so bad by not getting this, we are not letting this go. And I think had it not been for them going to Netflix, not just William Zabka and Ralph Macchio, but like all of the kids now are crazy famous. Yeah. Like Cholo Meradueña, he was Blue Beetle.
Yeah.
He
blew up.
And
rightfully so.
Yeah, and I forget the name of the kid. Would you mind looking at the Cobra Kai cast list for me really quick? I never expected us to go down a Cobra Kai deep dive.
I know Peyton List, I think.
Peyton List, that's one.
Disney.
Yeah. I mean, for me, Diary of a Wimpy Kid. She's Holly Hills in Diary of a Wimpy Kid. I will say, dude, Jacob Bertrand, who played Hawk. I've been watching this kid and stuff.
Disney XD, no?
Yeah, Kirby Buckets, but I watched him in something before that. It was a Nickelodeon sitcom called Marvin, starring I forget the name of this guy. He played Fred. You remember the Fred? Yes. Marvin.
Freaked me the fuck out.
This was not a great show, but I watched every episode.
Freaked me out. What's the name? Have you ever seen this show? Bro, let me tell you.
This is a wild show. Lucas Cruikshank.
He does a voice that's like so unsettling. I don't know. He always unsettled me.
Oh, rest in peace to Pat Finn, the middle guy who plays the father.
Oh no,
dude, he was so funny. He went to Second City with Chris Farley. And he was just, I think, one of the more underrated comedic performers. Like, whenever he would show up, like, he's gonna be hilarious. Yeah. So rest in peace to that guy. But like, I randomly, if I ever meet Jacob Bertrand, I would just say, look, as somebody who's been watching you since Marvin, I'm so happy for where your career has gone. Yeah. And also, it's crazy that like he and Peyton List are in a relationship. I don't know. I was like, good for you two. And just because I'm sure it was like that you've been working together for years. Yeah. And it was just like, hey, we hang out all the time. It's like, let's just go out.
This is none of my business, but Painless's ex-boyfriend was Zion Williams.
Who was her ex-boyfriend?
Zion Williams. Who? Literally the biggest man you can think of.
What? Type it in.
Bro, stepping into Zion's shoes.
This motherfucker!
That's Painless.
Oh my god!
Bro. Do you know
God! Those arms!
Bro, the kind of... That's so funny to me. This little white boy, he's stepping down, I'm stepping up. Bro.
Oh my god.
Bro, he's
he's
at
so
least
big.
280. Bro, he's
so big.
One of the biggest human beings alive.
Oh my god.
But shout out to Hawk, bro.
Shout out to Hawk.
Stepping up. Oh, bro, that's so funny.
Yeah.
That is wild.
And I was gonna say because you talk about it on stage a lot, but because you're from Kenya, correct? And,
No, I lived in Kenya and Uganda, but
Okay.
I'm from Rwanda originally.
Okay, if you're from Rwanda, okay.
Yes.
So like, when did you come to this country? When you were a kid or when you were a teenager?
13, 14. So
Okay.
2013,
So
2014.
what was that conversation like with your family? Because I bring this up because I remember when Mila Kunis was talking about her going from the Ukraine to the U.S. Like her parents told her they were moving up the street. Like that's what they told her when she was like 7 years old. Like, what was the conversation like with your family?
No, I was already like I said, I was doing like talent shows and stuff. So when they told us like there's a possibility, like we came here through like the kind of like a raffle. I forget what it's called, but like you kind of just put in for a green card.
Yeah.
And then somehow you get it.
And you guys got it.
Yeah, we just got lucky. So my parents just told us that that's what we were doing, and right away, everybody I knew at school, I was telling them like, dude, like, good to see you, bro, but like, you know, I'm going to America, bro. Like,
I'm out. Peace out, bitches.
Bro, like, I'm gonna be famous. Like, you know, this whole cute shit you guys got going on, you know, like singing and dancing, that's cute, that's whatever. I'm going to the big times. Okay? Like, and then the first place I landed, John Casablancas. Fucking wild. That's the most American story you can have.
Sure.
Is coming here with dreams and then landing in the lap of somebody who's trying to exploit you, like right away.
I talked about this a couple episodes ago, but when that Quiet on Set documentary came out, everybody was like, Danny, you dodged such a bullet, huh?
Bro.
And I'm like, I wasn't that cute. I would have been okay.
You're like, I don't know what happened to Gibby. I don't know. Not to downplay him. But I feel
he's
like
off the
he
face
might
of the
be
earth.
okay.
He dropped off the face of the earth. Like, I don't know what he's doing now, but like, I remember like when he was announced, like when they were bringing back iCarly, because obviously Dan wasn't involved.
Yeah.
But he was one of the first to be like, I don't. Minus obviously Jeanette McCurdy.
Yeah.
But he was like, I don't want to come back. Because I imagine, like, because he was my age, and he was a little bit younger than everybody else.
He was being told to take off his shirt.
Like, imagine,
lot.
like, being shirtless for most... Like, I cannot imagine what that does for you, like, and just growing up and just seeing people without, like, you being without your shirt for the whole world. Like, for me, it's like, I don't like going in the pool without a shirt on.
Yeah.
Because it's just... I remember when I went to a water park in the South, I forget where I was, but I had been on this water slide a bunch of times already, but then this lifeguard just goes, oh, you need to take off your shirt. And I'm like, why? And she claimed it was like some sort of like friction crap with the slide or whatever. So imagine my 21-year-old self taking off my shirt and I'm just all tits and flab just out in front of this lifeguard who looks like she's ready to be on the next Sports Illustrated swimsuit cover.
I mean, if you put it in that dichotomy, I see how you could become nervous, but I feel like I understand. I understand what you're saying.
Yeah. And I because I was a fat kid. Like I started getting pudgy in 4th grade.
Yeah.
And then obviously people are like, did you clearly not start working out? And like, because like I started to get slim and then I shot up again and then I got skinny again and then I just got fat again. Yeah. Like it
I think
comes
that's
and goes.
normal though. I think people like obviously people know this, but people fluctuate. Your body changes time to time. You're skinny, you're big. Like it's really not. It's not that big a thing. But I understand society makes it fucking insane.
So yeah, for me, when I was in middle school, I felt like just the biggest blob of garbage on the planet. And so like I remember one time
on top of the regular high school or middle school
is so much worse than high school. I will fight anybody that says otherwise.
Yeah.
And so I remember I was waiting for the bus and I won't say their names. Again, 2 very nice people. I talked to one of them recently. Like they're both lovely human beings. But
they're lovely now.
But they were nice back then.
Okay.
They were nice. But it's one of those things where like when a super pretty girl talks to you, you automatically think there was ulterior motives.
Oh, interesting. You were that fucked up.
Yeah,
you were like, oh, they
I was like, you shouldn't be talking to me. Like, you're at the top of the pyramid.
Yeah.
I'm like down here.
Yeah, no.
And I still feel like that. And And I feel like when I went to my high school reunion, all that was just gone.
Yeah.
Because we were just like,
That's
listen,
not a real
like,
thing, yeah.
like I walked up to somebody, because some of them, like, we didn't talk as much, but like they were all super nice. And with some of them, we talked more in our 20s than we did like 6 years of going to school together.
Yeah.
And I went up to said person, I was just like, how the fuck are you? You look amazing.
Yeah.
And she was just like, I'm doing wonderful. And I'm just like, I'm glad. And I said, like, I will lie, you were intimidating to talk to, like, when we were growing up. She's like, why? I'm like, you're hot, duh. And then you and I started talking, and I was like, oh wow, you're approachable. like you're a person.
I think that's a common mistake, and I'll die on this hill. But I think attractive people who've been attractive their whole lives don't have as good personalities. Like, I think you just don't have a reason to develop it. So I actually, later in life, I think we should treat attractive people more like disgusting. Like, we should just.
It's
I
why
think we should look at them and be like, why the fuck are you here?
It's why at roast battles, whenever there's an attractive girl that gets picked, I'm like, oh, you deserve it, you fucking bitch.
But then nobody's even gonna hit them hard. Like, that's how hard pretty privilege is. Like,
sure, I get it.
It's omnipresent. Like, it's crazy.
It's like the people who hate Sydney Sweeney just because of how attractive she is. I'm like, that is her gift. That is her gift to look like that.
Yeah, I don't hate Sydney Sweeney because of how she looks. I think some of the things she does are like just the dumbest things you could possibly do with a limelight on you. Just being given the alley-oop of like, hey, just say you're not racist one time. Just hey, on camera one time.
Yeah, for sure.
Say you're not racist.
I totally get it.
Nah, I'm gonna come back to you on that. When I got something to say, I'll come back to you on that. I'm like, whew, that's not my PR. Like, I feel like the PR team should have run in right there and just been like, hey, cut right now. Let's just do another take.
Yeah.
Throw that alley-oop one more time. This time, Sydney, just go, I'm not racist.
For sure.
Just into the camera. But that's not what she did. And you know what? All the good to her. Like, there's definitely an audience of people who will fuck with that. And they also buy shoes, like Michael Jordan said. Like, Republicans buy shoes, so I understand. Like, they gotta have an audience for sure.
Like, what's funny is like, obviously, like, by the time I discovered her, everybody just like knew her just as like, oh yeah, Sydney Sweeney, she's hot. Like, because I didn't watch Euphoria till like right around when season 2 was coming out. But like the first thing I totally like forgot she was in an episode of Kicking It very early on. And then she was in Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, where she played one of the Manson girls. But I first took notice of her in this Hulu movie called Big Time Adolescence. It came out like right as lockdown was starting. It's pretty good. And then she was just her just in some like just casual clothing. I was just like, who is that? And like this woman's beautiful. And then I forget what, I think it's called The Voyeurs on Amazon. The movie's like 114 minutes. I know 90% of the world has only seen 5 minutes of the movie. And a very specific 5 minutes of the movie.
Okay,
and I was just like, oh, I understand now. I understand why everybody's obsessed with you.
Yeah, I don't know. There's no, like, I have no business telling anybody how to run their career or anything. But I think her and Alexandra Daddario have like a similar...
Alexandra Daddario, yeah, totally.
But I think Sydney fully leaned into just being like just objectified. Yeah. Which, again, your prerogative. Yeah. But I think the career is, we're now just going to see how it goes. Because I feel like Alexandra Daddario had like so many opportunities where she could have just been just another, just like, oh, she's hot.
Yeah, she started on All My Children. So like she's been in the industry forever. Like I first knew her from the Percy Jackson movies. Yeah. And then I saw her in, I forget. I know she was in a Hall Pass, but then I saw True Detective season 1. I was just like, okay, you very blessed. Good for you. Very genetically blessed. Good for you. And then I saw her in the Baywatch movie, and I'm like, oh my, dude, she's funny. Like she has a good sense of humor. She's very talented. She's the kind where I'm like, obviously you're great in drama, but like, dude, I love when like I feel like most beautiful women, they love to do comedy because they get to like poke fun at themselves. Like Christy Brinkley, famously like one of the most beautiful women to ever exist. Like she was in National Lampoon's Vacation, but she was in Parks and Rec as Jerry Gergage's wife. And did you watch Parks and Rec at all?
I did, but I don't remember this character.
Yeah, Jerry Gergich was the big old punching bag in The Office, like the guy that everybody made fun of.
Okay.
And I think in season 2, they realized we cannot do this to him unless you find out he has the most beautiful wife in the world, 3 beautiful daughters, are the most beautiful women to ever exist. It's like, this is the only reason why this is okay.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's funny.
And I like when a lot of the times, like, it's like when Margot Robbie hosted SNL. Like, Margot Robbie is one of the most beautiful women on the planet, but she also just seems cool as fuck.
Yeah.
She seems like one where you want to just grab a beer and some fries and a burger and just go play darts.
She's a very good actress.
She seems so chill. And also, when she did Saturday Night Live, she did that sketch, The Librarian. Have you?
I don't think I've seen that one.
Okay, we'll put on the headphones for this because we can hear it. But would you mind looking up on YouTube The Librarian SNL, Margot Robbie? This is 2016, I believe, is when she hosted. It was right after Suicide Squad came out. And I remember Bobby Moynihan, who's I think one of the funniest human beings to ever be on that show. He talked about how he had that one. Once you can skip the ad, you can go I think like 45 to 50 seconds in. But he talked about how he had been trying to get this sketch on forever, and she was the one who was just like, I got it. Because I think it really requires somebody to really make fun of themselves. Let's see. Keep going ahead. I would say, can you skip to like a minute and 15 seconds? Let's see where we're at, because I know the sketch really, really, really well. Keep going. Keep going. And yeah, right here. Okay. So yeah, so we got the beats where it's like, okay, yes, very attractive. Alex Moffat's like, yep. Kyle Mooney's like, yep. And then this shit starts happening. Where her hair's falling out. And then she does not wait. Wait. Here's the best part. Only somebody with this amount of confidence in herself would do this. Because you can tell she's one who, like, she knows how to play and have fun. Oh, wait. Oh, shit, that was great. Okay.
She had a lot of fun.
Oh my god! But yeah, no, that's one where I'm like, I appreciate when somebody can poke fun at themselves like that.
Yeah, and it also took somebody who was very attractive to set up that first part of it, of the whole gogging and like guys looking at her and just being like, "God damn."
And I wish I knew which hosts he pitched that to, because he had been trying to get it on for years, and finally Margot was the one who she was like, I got it.
Yeah.
So we're gonna now get into our topic, because we've just been shooting the shit for a little bit. We started, I feel like, to really like bond over our love of Ryan Coogler.
Yes.
Because as somebody who saw his first film when I was 16 or 17, when I finally saw it, Fruitvale Station, and I'm like, this is like, this guy's talented. Yeah. And then when I was like, hey, he's gonna be doing a Rocky movie, and it's Creed. I'm like, oh my god, and it's great. Yeah. And then when he's announced he's directing Black Panther, I'm like, oh, this is gonna be awesome. And it crushes. Yeah. And then obviously, and I feel like where we really broke ground was our love of Sinners. Yeah. And while I do wish it would have got Best Picture, I wish it would have got Best Director, I totally understand why one battle after another won. Yeah. Because I feel like Paul Thomas Anderson was one of these directors that just kept getting snubbed year after year after year whenever he would make a movie. And this was just his time. Like Ryan is 5 films in, and he's only, I think, like 39 years old. Yeah. He's gonna get a directing Oscar and a Best Picture Oscar. But like for a horror film to win a Best Original Screenplay, the only other person I could think of who got that was Jordan Peele in Get Out. And it's just the power of like great storytelling regardless of the genre.
Yeah.
And
I think both those movies, I love them so much. The way I look at them, I do have like a little bit of a lens of it. Get Out, I watched while I was working in a movie theater. Working is
a loose term.
Yeah, literally. So I walked into this movie theater. I think it might have been my lunch. Just watched the whole movie through. But I sat at the very bottom row, and I was the only black person in the movie theater. So halfway through, when I realized what the movie was about, I'm so paranoid, and then I look up, and it's just white people looking down. It looks like white people are looking straight at me, so I'm just having a full panic attack in this movie. It's too real for me at this point. But I fucked with that movie so much. And then Sinners was like, it was so, like, I remember I don't remember. I think I took like everybody I could to see that movie. I think we were in a group chat. I think I had us watching them. I don't know if I remember if it was you, Caitlin. Like there was a group of us that I put in a group chat and we're like, let's go watch Sinners.
I'm surprised you and I don't go to the movies together a lot more.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know why, because I only started going to the movies with a lot of mutual people we know, like because $2 Tuesdays at the Crest. I announce like on my Facebook or wherever, like for $2 Tuesdays, here's the movie of the month that we should go see, and I'll post about it on Sunday. But like on this upcoming Tuesday, White Chicks for $2.
Oh damn, that's what's up.
And that's one where I'm like, hey, just give me a head count of who's going. I'll buy all the tickets because it's $2. It's whatever. I'll buy all the tickets. You guys need to just cover the concessions. We'll meet up in front of the Crest, and then we'll all just go in because it's first come first serve on the seating. So because of that, we got to go see Friday. A big group of us. We saw Up in Smoke for a big group of us. This month it's gonna be White Chicks.
Yeah.
And then next month, I think the next one a bunch of us should go see together is Blazing Saddles.
Yeah.
And because I feel like a lot of people we know have not seen a lot of Mel Brooks movies. And I think he's one of the fucking funniest. Like, the man is, I think he's going to be 100 years old, and he still is the funniest human being in the room.
Damn.
And
still kicking.
Yeah, next summer we're getting Spaceballs 2.
Oh, fuck. That's
also,
a long time coming.
I think it's called Spaceballs the New One. I believe it's what it's called.
That's a long time
And
coming.
I'm so pumped for that.
Yeah.
But, so what we're going to do is we are going to rank, because he has 5 movies. This is very easy to do. We'll rank our 5 through 2, and we'll both say our number 1.
Okay.
So let's go. I'm going to let you, because you're my guest, I'm going to let you name your 5 through 2.
Yeah.
I'll name mine, and then we'll both say our number 1.
I don't remember. Did he direct all of the Creeds?
He just did the first one. Stephen Caple Jr. directed the second one. He's a great director.
Yeah.
And he went to film school with Ryan. And Michael B. Jordan directed the third one.
Okay, so I know Fruitvale Station, Creed, Sinners, Black Panther 1, Black Panther 2.
Yeah, those are the 5.
Okay, so, fuck, damn. I guess Black Panther 2 would have to come in 5th. And then Fruitvale Station. No, I'd go Creed, then Fruitvale Station, Black Panther 1. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, so for we were discussing it briefly before we started recording. Black Panther Wakanda Forever is my number 5, but it's still a 4 out of 5.
Good.
It is really fucking good, and they got put into the worst thing ever where your script is done, and then right as you're about to give it to Chadwick, he passes away.
Yeah.
Like, I remember when he posted some video, and he was noticeably very skinny, and people were posting, like, all these memes saying, eat something. I thought he was getting ready for a role, admittedly. I thought he was just, like, preparing to play a role of somebody that was, like, either dying of a disease or something, because usually when you play a dying character, you drop a lot of weight.
Yeah.
And then when he passed, I was just like, are you fucking kidding me?
It was a lot.
And so he had his script ready to go. He knew what he was going to do with Chadwick, and then he dies. So he and Joe Robert Cole, I believe is his co-writer's name, they had to start from scratch.
Yeah.
And I think that movie, I do believe, if this makes sense, I think Ryan was able to get out of it a lot of his anger, loss, and pain through Letitia Wright's performance.
Yeah.
Because I feel like he was
paid homage to him
I
a
feel
lot.
like she was able to get out what Ryan was feeling on the inside.
Yeah.
And everybody was feeling it.
Dude, Black Panther was such a big thing for me. Like, It's so embarrassing. But my Instagram handle for the longest time was like Prince of Wakanda.
Is it still Princess Wakanda?
No,
what
it's just my name.
Oh, okay.
But like at the time there was no like there was what's his name, the War Machine.
Oh yeah.
There was like he
Don
was a
Cheadle.
black he was a black superhero, but not really.
And obviously Wesley Snipes Blade.
Yes, Wesley Snipes Blade for sure, but he wasn't in the canon of like the Avengers at the time. So just seeing like a cool black superhero from Africa too, like for me, I was in the movie theater, like I was still working at theaters at the time, and I was like, this is the greatest thing.
How many times did you watch it in the theater?
I watched it so many times.
Okay, yeah, so
3, 4, 5 times. Yeah.
Admittedly, I've seen it only the once, and it's not that I don't want to rewatch it. It's just I'm somebody who, like, I feel like because there's so much stuff to watch, I just want to watch a bunch of stuff, and then if I really feel the need to rewatch it, I will.
Yeah.
It's not that I don't want to rewatch it at some point. I got it on my shelf. It's just when I was working at the movie theater, this is when I was working at a movie theater too at that time, I was just like, I got to see everything. Because I was the person that if somebody was asking a question about, hey, what should I watch? They go, Danny, like, come here. And they go, hey, all the 6 movies we're showing here. What can you give a quick review of this, and this? And a lot of the time, I was the go-to person to recommend, hey, if you like this, check out this. If you like this, check out this. But I would say, if you do go end up seeing this and liking this, we have something coming up called this that I think you'll really, really enjoy also.
Damn,
like,
dude.
I was that person.
Dude, AI took your job, dude.
I know. Dude, if I was born 3 or 4 years earlier, my first job would have been working at a video store.
Bro.
And I would have loved it.
Yeah.
Now, my first job was a movie theater, so pretty close. Damn. But, like, dude, working at a video
Movie
store,
theater
I would
was
have been the
dope,
best.
yeah.
And I worked at that one particular theater, Palladio Lux Cinema, for almost 3 years. June 13th, 2017 to, I think it's March 14th, just the Monday that lockdown started. That was my last day. And so for me, that is Black Panther: Wakanda Forever at number 4. And I would say, admittedly, the first Black Panther is at number 4. They're both really good. The one thing I do think that Black Panther 2 has over Black Panther 1, I think Ryan just had a better grasp at the visual effects. Just because some of the shots in Black Panther 1 just don't feel finished.
Yeah.
And again, it's nobody's fault. And that could either, like, they're running out of
CGI,
time, or it was just one of those things where
last minute changes.
Or maybe, like, when they're doing the edit, Ryan missed a couple things. Who knows? And again, I don't fault him at all, but it's just like, I'm sure he felt the responsibility. And he talks about how nervous he was making that movie.
Yeah.
And he thought he was going to get fired the whole time. And then Chadwick was like, I got you.
Dude, the thing that I loved about Black Panther 1 so much was the villain. In Black Panther 2 as well, Namor was just a really good villain.
Killmonger's amazing.
Killmonger was so amazing. Like, people fell in love with him. Like, I remember people, like, dressing up as him, like, the next Halloween. Like Ryan Coogler has a thing that I think a lot of cinema might not have anymore, which is creating characters that, like, people remain with.
Yeah.
Like the Smoke and Stack twins. Like, after that movie came out, Halloween, people were just like, so many people just dressed in like blue and red, and you already know who that is. Like, you know, it's Smoke and Stack. So, like, Black Panther, Killmonger, just coming up with these characters that stayed with people, I think is, like, so incredible for somebody only 5 movies deep into.
Yeah. So then my number 3 is going to be his first movie, Fruitvale Station.
Yes.
Because I think that is just a powerful movie.
Yeah.
Michael B. Jordan, like, because obviously he had just gotten off of Friday Night Lights. He had been in a bunch of things already, but that was the first movie, I think, where people were like, oh, this kid's good.
Yeah.
Like, this kid's really good. And he had been doing great work already. It's just, sometimes it's a movie or a project that just takes you to the next level. And this was an independent movie shot for, I think, like $700,000, shot in, I think, like 20 days or so. And I remember just the lead up to this movie, everybody was like, this movie's incredible. Check it out.
Yeah.
I didn't get to see it in the theater. But then the moment it was available on DVD, I got it, and this movie is just powerful. It's 85 minutes long. It's so intense in the last 10, 15 minutes, but the first hour, 15 or so, is just, you're in the day of this guy's life.
Yeah.
You know, and again, he wasn't
just a regular guy.
He wasn't an amazing, he wasn't this, like, overly amazing person, if that makes sense. I'm not trying to demoralize him.
No,
but it's just like, he's just an average guy.
Yeah.
Like, I love, like, when you see him, like, going to the grocery store, and it's like, oh, he lost his job. But then I love that little moment he has with the girl where he sees her struggling with, like what she knows how to what she knows what she wants. So then he calls it, I think his grandmother's name is T-Gram. And she goes, is like, hey grandma, can you talk to somebody? She doesn't know what she's doing, and she's like, what's she trying to make? And she's like, she doesn't fucking know, grandma.
Yeah.
And she just like put her on the phone.
Yeah.
And then she's like, what's your name? And she's like, call her T Graham. And she's like, hi T Graham. And just this little moment where I'm like, this is such a sweet
Very
guy.
human, yeah.
And I do think like the scene with the dog was just a little overly theatrical, I think, but you needed a moment that just to like, you needed a moment just to like a big thriller moment.
Yeah.
And then I would say number 2, we're probably gonna have the same number 1.
Yeah.
Number 2 is gonna be Creed, because my mother loves Rocky very much. My mother, one of the only movies my mother saw in the theater as a kid was Rocky, the first one.
Yeah.
And it's just that franchise had its ups and downs. Rocky 5 sucks ass. Hey, Flip, if you're a Rocky 5 lover, I'm sorry, but that movie sucks balls.
Well, Rocky 5 is the one where he teaches Tommy.
Yes.
Right? Okay, yeah.
He's like, I like it.
Like, my mom loves Rocky 5, but I'm like, I'm sorry, Mom, that movie sucks ass.
Yeah.
And so then Rocky Balboa comes around like 15, 16 years later, and I'm like, this is great. And then we thought that was it. And then Ryan, fresh out of Fruitvale Station, I don't think Fruitvale had come out yet. And he was pitching Sylvester Stallone this idea, and he was just like, no, I'm good. I don't want to do it. So then he sees Fruitvale Station, and he's like, let's talk.
Yeah.
And that's how we got that movie, and that was just a surprise.
Yeah.
Like, nobody expected that movie to be as good as it is.
No.
And it's powerful. And no offense to fucking, what's the name of the guy's name? Martin something. He's a great dramatic actor out of Britain. Stallone should have won the Oscar for Creed.
For Creed.
Yeah, he should have won. That was his first acting Oscar nomination since the first Rocky. He should have won. When he won the Golden Globe, everybody was so fucking happy because it's like, yes. And when he won the Critics' Choice Award, yes. When he won National Board Review, yes.
Yeah.
And then the Oscar comes around. Fucking the dude from Bridge of Spies, he's great. Don't get me wrong, he's a great British actor. And he's amazing.
Yeah.
That should have been given to Sly.
Yeah.
And after watching Black Panther 2, finishing it today, no offense to Jamie Lee Curtis, because I think that there was still a stigma over Marvel movies at the Academy, or just movies on that scale. Angela should have got it just for the part where she's like, my entire family is gone. And I saw it in the trailer. I'm like, oh, you're getting your Oscar.
Yeah.
And then she doesn't.
Yeah.
And it's just, I understand, because the Academy doesn't love big superhero movies.
Yeah.
And just everything, everywhere, all at once just hits something with people.
Yeah.
Now, Michelle Yeoh, very well deserved.
That was an
Ki-Hee
incredible
Kwan,
movie.
very well deserved.
Yeah.
I think between the two, because they were both nominated as a supporting actress, Stephanie Hsu, I believe that's her name, she was better. She gave a better performance than Jamie Lee Curtis.
Yeah.
The girl that plays her daughter in the movie. She was great. And again, that movie's wonderful. I get why people want it, but that should have been Angela Bassett.
Dude, I love Black Panther, but that movie, Everything Everywhere All at Once, I will say, I'll give it up for that one. That one was like, that took me through it. I was very surprised by
And I was
that
very
movie.
late to the party on that one. I saw it when it was like maybe 3 or 4 weeks in the theater at that point. And it was still like pretty packed on a Saturday afternoon.
Yeah, it was an incredible, like I'm not, to this day, I think I haven't seen any movie like that. There's some movies that you see that you're like, this is new. This is something else.
Yes.
The way they explored like the relationship between the mom, just in this weird whimsical way, it's fucking amazing.
So we both can agree. Our number 1 is Sinners.
Sinners for sure.
And Flip, you saw Sinners, right? Did you?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts? All right.
Fucking incredible.
Because and I will say too, if this makes sense, I think that Ryan Coogler is this generation's John Singleton. Where
I don't know who John Singleton
John
is.
Singleton, at 22 years old, directed Boys in the Hood, and he was the first black filmmaker to be nominated, I believe, for Best Director and Screenplay.
Oh wow!
So he lost in both categories. Yeah. He famously has like the biggest Oscar lose face ever, because again, it was his first movie. He was 24 when he was nominated, and he lost.
Boys in the Hood was incredible.
Best Director was Jonathan Demme for Silence of the Lambs. Silence of the Lambs is an amazing movie. It's a great film.
Yeah.
But I understand why, because he was so young, I understood why he was just like, because his clip is just him just going, and I'm like, I understand. And I don't know who won Best Screenplay that year, but like, it should have been for Boys in the Hood.
Yeah.
And for me, like, when people say, like, when I say one of my favorite directors as a kid was John Singleton, I'm like, yeah. I just hate that his last movie was Abduction. I hate that was his last
Yeah.
movie because that movie is
Abduction
so
is not
stupid.
the one to leave it on,
And
but
because look, like Boys in the Hood, amazing.
Damn.
Poetic Justice is really good. Higher Learning's really good. Rosewood is criminally underrated. That's his most. That is his historical epic.
yeah,
Shaft has its moments.
I fucking love Shaft.
Baby Boy is pretty good.
Yeah,
Too Fast, Too Furious, I've seen I don't know how many times because it came out
It's
when I was 6.
incredible, yeah.
His most underrated is probably Four Brothers. I think
I
Four
don't
Brothers
think
is
I've seen
terrific.
Poetic Justice, but I definitely
It's-
do want to see that.
It's lovely. Do you have a Blu-ray player at home?
Yes.
I'll
I do.
give you my copy. I'm planning on getting the John Singleton Criterion Collection, which is Boys in the Hood, Poetic Justice, and Baby Boy. So if you want, I'll just give you my copy of Poetic Justice.
I would love that.
Yeah,
Thank you.
but yeah, no, just. And I will say that man, he was supposed to do the Tupac biopic. I think he even got the permission from Tupac's mom.
Oh, wow.
And did you see the Tupac biopic?
No, I didn't.
I hate it so much.
Really?
It's just not good.
Yeah.
And no offense to Demetrius Shipp Jr., he was great, but the movie was just so copy paste. And I
Yeah.
think because we had just had Straight Outta Compton 2 years before,
Yeah.
that was just like, God damn it! You could be so good. I'm like, why aren't you
Yeah.
at this? Because again, he has a great
Incredible story.
incredible story. Yeah.
Yeah.
And so then for it to, I think, also come out on his 46th birthday and it just be not that good. I'm like,
Yeah.
God damn it! Why'd you do that to the man? And
Sorry.
yeah, go ahead.
I was just gonna ask. Have either of you seen the Michael Jackson? I was gonna ask.
It
if
was
it's the
really
same.
good. Have you seen
Okay.
it? It's really good.
No.
It's super entertaining. The one thing though is it doesn't feel finished because it ends in 1988.
Yeah.
And understandably, the studio was like, you're not be able to release a 3.5 to almost 4 hour movie.
Yeah.
So they're gonna split it up into 2 parts basically. It ends in
Mm-hmm.
1988, and they shot enough to where it's like we have a sequel coming.
Yeah.
It's good. They haven't announced when the date is, but they have enough to where we'll get a sequel. And
The critique I heard, and let me know what you
Yeah.
think of it, was that it kind of played Michael Jackson as like it was a typical Disney fairy tale movie
Yeah.
where it was like he was this special magical boy, and a lot of the characters around him didn't have like any kind of dimension. Do you feel like that's true,
So,
or do you feel like
admittedly, the brothers don't get a lot to do.
Yeah.
Latoya doesn't get a lot to do, and because she did not want to be involved, she respectfully declined.
Yeah.
Janet Jackson doesn't exist.
yeah,
But I will say that I think that obviously the big showy performance is Coleman Domingo as the dad, and he felt like Joseph Jackson.
yeah.
Because
From what we've heard,
yeah,
the
and I
most
appreciated that
insane shit.
pretty early on. You see how mean of a man he could be towards
Yeah.
his children
Yeah.
without giving it away. And Jafar Jackson is really good. Obviously, he's playing his uncle.
Yeah.
So again, I don't know if he wants to act in other stuff. That's another thing when it's like when you're playing your uncle, that could be, like sure, whatever. But again, he put in the work. He took a long time to get this movie off the ground and also I think it was a 2-year audition process, similar to O'Shea Jackson Jr. for playing Ice Cube in Straight Outta Compton. Like he had to work for it.
yeah.
And
Damn.
and yeah,
He's directly related to him.
I know.
That's
I remember when he was
Bro,
like,
I would be so mad. You're telling me I can't play my dad?
I remember when he was
I
on,
know him.
when Ice Cube was on Kimmel, he had just finished shooting it, and then Kimmel goes, "Did he have to audition to play his dad?" And Cube's like, "Hell yeah!" And he's like, "Really?" And I was like, "Yeah, no, he had to win the part. Nothing's free."
Bro, I would be so fucking mad. You cannot
Yeah.
tell me I've been mimicking you my whole life, bro.
Yeah.
I know. Like, imagine some executive being like, a little bit more like, and you're like, I live with him. Like, what
I get
are you
it.
talking about?
And you know what? He's made a really solid career on his own.
Yeah,
And
I've seen him on other things. Yeah.
Which is why I think the movie he likes for people to start off if you've never seen his movies. Obviously he was great in Straight Outta Compton, but did you see Ingrid Goes West with Aubrey Plaza?
I did.
And that was the first movie
Wild
where
movie.
because there was like a year and a half where he wasn't booking anything.
Yeah.
Because he was playing his dad, and that
And
was
he
the
looks
first
so
movie
much
that he
like
booked
him,
where
yeah.
that was the movie he booked where it's like I got it on me. And again, he's carved out a great career. He was in Godzilla. He was in Star Wars. He was in the
yeah.
Obi-Wan series.
I think he was on a show, Den of Thieves, or
So
Honor Among
that's in a
Thieves or
couple.
something.
That's in a couple of movies. It's Den of Thieves and Den of Thieves 2. I haven't
Yeah.
seen the second one yet.
Yeah.
And he had that Apple TV Plus show Swagger,
I'm not sure
and
about
then
that one.
and he's made a really great career for himself.
Yeah.
He needs to do more comedies. I think he's super funny.
Yeah.
And again, maybe he just wants to do what he wants. Similar to his dad. Like I think Ice Cube, I want him back because he just been like so busy with music and his basketball league.
Yeah.
And they say that last Friday we'll be shooting at the end of the year. And I'm like,
All I ask is that they have Cat Williams. That's all I ask.
I will believe it when you show that picture of the clapper that says last Friday, day one, whatever.
Yeah.
Like I'll believe it then because they've been talking about it forever. But yeah, so back to like what Ryan Coogler means for people. It's like, again, he on his first movie, he knocks out of the park, and it's just he does something for people. Like I went to go see Sinners on a Saturday afternoon. Esquire IMAX theater, sold out. People of just every race, every different society, in terms of just like, people who are probably like, people who are like probably more posh.
Yeah.
And in the same breath, people who are just like, they're just because it's like, I want to see a movie.
Yeah.
Like different types of people come together to watch this original vampire movie.
Yeah.
And to see it in IMAX, and you have the moment where they invite the vampires into the barn.
Yeah.
And when the aspect ratio goes up, I was just in the theater like, yes.
Yeah.
And I know he's doing the reboot of the X-Files for Fox.
Yes, I heard that.
So my mom's looking forward to that because she loves
good.
X-Files, and
Yeah.
he's working on Black Panther 3 right now with Denzel's going to be in it. Which
I
I'm
didn't
like,
know that. That's fucking dope.
yeah, dude. Denzel
Benson Idris, I also heard, is going to be the new Black Panther.
That's a rumor. I don't know.
I like that.
I don't know, but I remember when Denzel just randomly dropped that. We were like, "What?" And I'm sure he was not allowed to talk about it. But you're not going to tell Denzel no.
Yeah.
You're not going to tell him no.
Yeah.
And I will say as a producer, the only thing on his resume that I'm like about is Space Jam 2.
Space Jam 2?
With LeBron James. He was one of the producers on it.
I didn't know that.
I hate that movie.
that was a true like product placement movie.
I hated it.
That was Disney just being like, yeah, we got to sell something.
And look, because it's a product placement for Warner Brothers' HBO Max, pretty much. Yeah. Because it's all the Warner Brothers properties. And did you watch Space Jam 2, Flip?
No.
It sucks. And I say that as Space Jam is my favorite basketball movie of all time.
Damn.
And that is saying something because of how many basketball... Like Mike is up there too. I love Like Mike. But, dude, Space Jam is my favorite basketball movie of all time. And then this comes out, I'm like, this is shit. Yeah. And I will say, Malcolm D. Lee got put into a rough situation because they shot for a few weeks with Terrence Nance, and they let him go over creative differences. But I'm like, you didn't figure that out before you started shooting when you have a $150 million budgeted movie and then the director leaves and then you bring in a new guy.
Yeah.
And he had 4 days to get acquainted with everybody and then finish shooting it.
Damn.
So I'll give him credit for that. Like, I will not fault him at all for what the movie is because he got put into a tough situation. But then you have the director of the original ones being like, yeah, no, LeBron is no Michael Jordan. I'm like, look, I get it. LeBron's acting is not his strong suit. No. His strong suit is being on the basketball court.
Which is crazy because he's been in front of camera way longer.
He's so good in Trainwreck. He's so funny in Trainwreck.
Yeah, no, that's true. He was so funny in it. He's so good in.
But then he also produced the reboot of House Party, and I'm like, you suck.
Yeah.
And then in the same year, the same director also directed the reboot of White Man Can't Jump.
That one was atrocious. And
I'll say it now. Kenya Barris, you need to stop producing all these reboots and remakes.
Yeah.
He's attached to do a remake of The Wizard of Oz. Don't remake The Wizard of Oz.
Some people we gotta just stop giving money to.
Look, Barbershop 3 was really good. Barbershop 3 was really good. But again, he did that. He rebooted Cheaper by the Dozen. Yeah. And he rebooted. Oh my! Can you look up Kenya Barris on Google?
All I know is Blackish, and that's enough for me to be like, listen, bro, that's enough.
Did you watch You People on Netflix with Jonah Hill and Eddie Murphy?
No, I didn't watch that.
You know what?
But I heard some of the dialogue was good on that.
It was pretty funny.
Yeah.
But then I'm also
Eddie Murphy it's hard for him not to be good.
I'm just glad that Eddie Murphy's back. Like even if I don't love every movie he's doing right now, it's like I'm just glad you're back because I grew up with like that. I grew up with like
Kenya Barris.
Yeah, Kenya Barris. Yeah. So okay, click on movies and shows. I want to see how many reboots this guy's been involved in.
God damn.
Okay, yeah. So hit movies and shows. Okay, yeah. So he was involved in reboot of Cheaper by the Dozen, reboot of White Man Can't Jump, reboot of Shaft, and then he was also
Girls Trip
was awesome. Girls Trip was awesome.
Yeah.
Let's see. Can you click show more? I know he's involved in some other ones too. Coming to America 2. And that movie should have been so funny, and it just wasn't.
Yeah.
And then, he's involved in every reboot. I'm like, can you please do something else?
Yeah, this is... He has like a terrible, like a basketball, like in any sport he would have like a losing record. That is insane.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
One good movie for 8.
Yeah.
Like it's insane.
And I think we both talked about like because I know we talked about like obviously you've done more acting experience than I have. Like I would love to, like that's my ultimate goal.
Yeah.
Like I fell into stand up just because there was no opportunities. So I figured like I could at least like start in stand up because I started when I was 19.
Yeah.
And admittedly, like even though he's like people are like really like Pete Davidson was the one to be like go like start because again similar to my age, pretty close, so just similar points of view. And many would say it's been 10 years, Danny, and you still haven't found your voice because I've been in the open mic scene for a decade and I've seen so many people come and go. And look, pretty much everybody for the most part has been cool.
Yeah.
And I'm shocked by how many people actually wanted to do my show because I just didn't expect it.
Dude, I think comics. My experience has been that I got most of my acting, like the movie that I did, the SAC comedy, the short thing.
Yeah.
Just came out. Shout out to Kyle, the director. I think we won best short comedy.
Oh, that's awesome.
Last place. It's out on YouTube.
I will look it
press
up.
run.
I will watch it when I get home. Yeah.
It's 10 minutes. But it was really cool. I got it only because of stand-up. He saw me at Stab and just approached me and was like, do you want to do this as the lead? And then I obviously worked with Lexi.
Yeah.
And just always looking for
I love
more
Lexi
stuff.
Lexi so much. I love her so much.
Yeah. There's a lot of like talented movie people. I was actually going to pitch you on this. I don't
Go
know.
ahead.
I don't know if you've thought about it at all, but like I was saying, my movie thing, I get to do it on this platform, talk about it. There's also like the movie scene, the people who I got to see when I went to the press releases.
Yeah.
They have this whole community. I don't know that they have podcasts or anywhere to go to, and I feel like you're already into movies.
Yeah.
You would probably be like a natural place for them to like connect and also just connect the comedy and
for sure
and movie community.
Yeah, I'll definitely look into that. But no, dude, I'm really glad you wanted to come on and just shoot the shit. Just because I like you and I don't talk a lot, but like whenever we do it, it's always cool. It's always like, hey, Danny, how you doing? I'm like, what's up, man? How you good? How you doing? Good to see you. And like for the most part, like I will say, like pretty much most people in the sax scene have been pretty cool to me. Like because I talked about this on episode 2 where I was having a guest where I was like, look, if you're cool to me, I'm cool to you. If you're a dick to me, like go fuck yourself. But if you're cool to me and I'm cool to you back and you have success, like I'm gonna be like, dude, I'm so fucking happy for you. You're awesome with all these things. But then I'm
not happy for them.
Yeah,
if you're a dick, I will keep that same energy while you're successful.
Yeah,
I will shit on you for no reason.
I will say
I'll
that.
start rumors.
Yeah, for sure. But like I've talked about how this one comic I've only told off the record. I've only told like maybe 5 to 10 people who this is. Just because again a lot of people are friends with them, and I was at a battle one night, it didn't go well, and we were just talking and be like, oh yeah, because I'd never met this person before, and I was like, oh yeah, how long have you been doing stand up, like did you do a show today, how did it go? And then she just said, don't talk to me, you're not on my level. And I think I told you and Lexi, and obviously I won't say on air who it is, just because again, like this person has a lot of friends.
That's so insane,
and
because
again,
we're all open micers, like we're all on the same level. Like there is no levels. Like I don't know what the fuck in your mind even compels you to think that way.
And look, like
it's insane.
This was 4 years ago. I highly doubt she remembers.
Yeah.
But I will say
that sticks with you. That's that's a behavior.
It hurts.
Insane.
It hurt. Like
that's insane.
And like
behavior.
it does hurt a little bit.
Yeah.
And then I will say, like, then there are some who I meet like when they first start out, like, and usually like everybody's like pretty cool because I'm one of the first people meet in the scene because I've been around forever. But then it's like when you start going through the ranks and now you're like one of the big top ones, it's like not everybody's like this, but then there are some who I just feel like are a little bit more just like, yeah, I'm at the top. And again, that's just the way. That's just the way it is. And again, I haven't talked to anybody about this and be like, because I'm not gonna be like you're an asshole, but I'm just like I've noticed like certain people have changed from when I first met them. And
for me, the weird thing is the only people I've been in the scene for 2-3 years.
Yeah, almost 3 years.
Maybe in and out. Because I also do keep to myself a lot. Very small circle. But the few people who I've seen find their voice are maybe like Scott Hoyle and David Rodriguez. Those are the two people who I feel like I've watched them like go from like trying something to like being like, okay, this is established who I am, and they've never been dicks.
And
like
David,
they're so nice.
David Rodriguez did. He was, I think he did episode 6, maybe episode 7.
Yeah, listen to
and
that.
because we've known each other forever. Like I met him like when he was like a few years in, and I was saying, oh yeah, I met you this time, and then that was the day I met so and so and so and so, and he's just like, wow, we've known each other for that long. So I think it was the same day that I met Angel Castro.
Yeah.
And again, I don't know him super well, but usually whenever I see him, it's like, hey man, how you doing? Good to see you. And then that's just the way it should be. Like we don't have to be, we don't have to be like super tight, close knit, but it's just
Not
like
at all.
it should just
community,
be.
Yeah, it's literally. There's so many times in comedy when it's literally. I've seen it more recently now when people like pass away or something where you see the real strength in the community. Like when you guys had that
memorial for Jackie Pearl.
That's so incredible because a lot of the times when you do talk to these comics, even though they're like kind of quick and kind of like trying to pivot to stuff, you do find out that a lot of them don't have super strong support systems at home. Yeah, and this is kind of who they got. Yeah. So we do kind of have like an obligation to be nice to each other and just kind of be there for each other. Yeah. Because a lot of the times this is literally the only people we got.
Yeah. I mean, again, I grew up as like a pretty lonely, shy kid. So like I would say the best thing about me grabbing a microphone for the first time when I was 19 was the people I've met along the way. Yeah. And the people because I'm way more social in my 20s than I ever was before that. 1000%. Like I was always the last kid picked in gym class. I remember one time in gym class where you get picked on teams for doing certain things. I think it was basketball. I was always the kid where people were like, well, you got Danny. One time this kid, when they said, okay, you got Danny, this kid went, oh, great.
Damn.
I'm like, do you want me to throw a basketball in your fucking face?
Yeah.
Because this kid was like maybe 7 inches smaller than me, and I was at the height that I am now.
Yeah.
I'm like, do you want me to fuck you up? Because I know people are like, Danny's super goofy, and Danny's Danny. I'm like, no, Danny know how to fight.
Yeah.
But now, this is so funny, because last episode, I put it out today where Thelonious is like, you got hands? And I was just like, I think so. And she's like, not like that, you idiot. And even that caught him off guard.
Just confirming, I think.
It was just like, you're so fucking stupid. But just like I knew how to fight because I got my ass kicked pretty often.
Yeah, just getting into fights that you didn't choose. Yeah.
Yeah, so which is why it's like I try to be nice to everybody, but it's like, listen, like if you're getting a little cocky, become a cocky little shit with me, it's like, yo, I'll put you in your fucking place. Yeah. But again, I don't like to stick to that level. Yeah. And as we're wrapping this up, I like to gift every guest 2 DVDs. Okay. And before I do, like, just what has your experience like? Just coming in, just talking for like a little over an hour or so.
It's fun. It's always fun talking to you. Mm-hmm. I think this is, again, I've said like this. I've told other people too, but I do like seeing people with podcasts like Marcel with his. Yeah.
He needs to get back on his, like, dude, because he's been going through the ranks so fast, and I'm like, you can get anybody you want, pretty much.
Yeah, and he's very personable to talk to, and like came from like politics. Yeah. Which is
have you seen footage of him on YouTube?
No, I haven't.
Is it out there? It's out there. It's KCRA. It's KCRA 3 News. Oh, and it's like little skinny,
young Republican,
little skinny Marcel. Yes, be like, I'm running for whatever the fuck he ran for.
Yes, dude. He said he was like 19.
Yeah,
when he ran. That's fucking incredible. Yeah. But like now seeing that guy come do comedy and then talk to people, like that's a different perspective. We definitely got to hear from. And then yours again. I think the way you love movies is very specific, very unique. And I think like this gives you like the perfect platform to talk about it. Mm-hmm. And like listening to the episode with Amy, like I was like, I've never heard Amy talk about like her favorite movie or talk about anything in a long period of time. Mm-hmm. So I was like, this is just a very cool thing. I hope it keeps going.
Sure. Because obviously I'm about to talk to Flip in a second, but I made a post about it. So for those who are wondering, like I got scammed. Yeah. I now know banks can copy the phone number, or banks' phone numbers can be copied. Yeah. And short and simple, half my savings are gone. I'll just say that. And I'm waiting for them to get it back. because they said there's a good chance you're going to get it back.
Yeah.
So for the future of the show, I got one more episode scheduled, and I think a few days after that, I'll find out if I get my money back. Okay. And if I do get it back, the show will keep going whenever it flips down a schedule. But if I don't get it back, I'm gonna have to put it on hold for a few months just so I can make the money back by doing a second job, because I'd rather get it back in 3 to 3.5 months versus like 11 months. Yeah, I just want to get it back, and I really do thank you for coming on. Flip, what have your thoughts about this episode so far?
Absolutely great episode. I love the theme of Ryan Coogler. I'm excited. He's only 5 movies in. I think that he's got a long way to go, and I think you hit it on the head with him only being 39. He's just going to only be able to perfect his craft. So, yeah, I'm excited.
Yeah. And then, so I'd like to give every guest 2 DVDs. And the first one is, I think, one of the more original movies I've ever seen. I saw it when I was 12 years old. And it was one of those ones where whenever it came on TV, I had to watch it. Mm-hmm. It was written by Charlie Kaufman, who writes some of the most original movies on the planet. Won the Oscar, I believe, for Eternal Sunshine. Oh, yeah. Directed by Spike Jonze, who most people know as the guy who directed all the Beastie Boys videos, and is one of the co-creators of Jackass.
Fuck yeah.
People forget one of the creators of Jackass is an Oscar-winning screenwriter. It's one of the early movies he directed, being John Malkovich. Oh, have you ever seen this movie?
I have not.
It is a wild movie.
Being John Malkovich.
In a simplest form, you can walk into this room and you could be in the headspace of John Malkovich for 15 minutes.
Oh, wow.
It is so original, amazing cast. I cannot imagine what it was like for John Malkovich to be pitched that movie.
This is very cool. Yeah.
It is such a cool movie. Have you seen Being John Malkovich?
No, I haven't.
Oh, it's awesome.
I'm into psychology, so the idea of being in somebody's head is like perfect.
I won't give it away. I'll just say amazing ending.
Okay.
And this other movie, I don't feel like a lot of people do not know about this movie. I remember when it came out. It just came and went, and I noticed that it was a certain actor in a dramatic movie. I was like, oh, okay, because, when you see people from comedy, they do drama, and you're like, wow. But I don't know if you know who Kal Penn is. He played Kumar in the Harold and Kumar movies.
I know, yeah.
Okay, so a few years ago, his memoir came out, and he talked about how much this director... her name is Mira Nair. I believe that's how you pronounce it. If I butchered it, my bad. She's this wonderful director who it was his ultimate goal to work with this filmmaker. Mm-hmm. And he got in contention because her son was a massive Harold and Kumar fan. Oh, wow. A lot of the opportunities that came his way as an actor was because of Harold and Kumar. And which is funny because when he talks about his experience on Van Wilder a couple years before, which... I am so glad when he revealed, like, hey, I had a great time making that movie. Yeah. Because understandably, like, he had talked about how when he was making certain movies, they made him do an accent. And not every Indian actor wants to do the accent.
Not at all.
It's kind of like it's not the same thing, but I don't know if you know who Hunter Schafer is.
Yes.
She has talked about how, and I'm surprised she got some flack for this, she has said, I don't want to play transgender roles all the time. Yeah. Because it's like, she's just a great actor. Yeah. Like let her play whoever the fuck she wants to play. Yeah. But, and I remember he talked about how with Cal, he had an experience on Sabrina the Teenage Witch where he was forced to do the accent and he did not want to. Mm-hmm. And then with Van Wilder, the character is named Taj Mahal Bhaktalakthaban, I believe is his character's name. Yeah. And he said on Hassan Minhaj's podcast, he was going up against an actor in brownface. And he said, I don't blame it on the actor, because every actor, you're just desperate for a role. You do whatever.
Yeah. And, no. I definitely understand it.
And he talked about how making that movie, it was a blast because Ryan Reynolds was a great person to work with. Yeah. And he was great to have fun with. Ooh. But anyway, this was a movie
brownface is crazy.
It's one of his best performances, and I think this is a really special movie. And as somebody who's had, not necessarily a culture clash, but obviously like you move, to this country from another part of the world. Yeah. And, I'm sure you've had different culture experiences, culture shock and all these things. And I just thought, I think he would really like this. And that is The Namesake. Have you ever seen or heard of The Namesake?
No, never heard of this.
It is a wonderful movie. It really is so lovely. And it's about this character's experience, growing up. And and just, you know, like one of his subplots is he dates a white girl, and obviously like he talks about how like my parents are very, very like religious. It's like, you know, it's one of those things, for example, like they're not like very like emotional people, and she comes in and just hugs the dad and just kisses him on the cheek.
Yeah.
And that's like, you don't do that.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then she blocks him, but it's like, and you just see like his experience, like going into the world, and just just relationships. Like, I don't know what it was like for you dating wise, like growing up, but like I'm sure you probably had some culture clash when you were dating as well. I'm sure. Like,
yeah, I think coming to America, there's just been so much that I didn't experience in Africa because it was homogenous. There's mostly black people.
Yeah.
There's a good chunk of Indian people. Like growing up, I went to a school called Jalaram. Yeah. Which is just like it sounds like a Hindi word. I'm not sure exactly what it means. But like I went with a lot of Indian and Pakistani kids growing up. But when I came here is when I was like, there's these certain things that are designated for just black people, just white people, just Asians, and dating definitely, like, you clash into that a lot more because you meet the parents.
For sure.
Like, you meet their friends, and sometimes maybe the person you're dating is cool, but then the friends, they just never checked them on shit. Yeah. And so now you're hanging out with the friend and they say some wild shit and you're like, well, I don't feel comfortable here no more.
Well, I will say that I hope you enjoy those movies. Yeah. And obviously two very cool. Different. But I like to give every guest like two movies where I'm like, I don't know like what your taste is, but I'm like, these are very good, and in my opinion, I think you would enjoy them.
Yeah.
And I did that for Flip when we did an episode of Esteban's podcast, where just because again he's been a great producer, I thought like let me just give you and your lady a giant stack of movies, and I brought him a giant stack. That's the beauty about the cave. It's like very cheap prices, and also like the clearance section of half price books has some gems in there.
Oh, okay.
And that's where I found B and John Malkovich. I was like, hey, you know, like I think Ivan will get a kick out of this. This has been episode 13 of Danny Loves Movies.
Yes.
That has been a wonderful time. Thank you, Ivan, for coming on the show.
Thank you for having me.
This has been a great experience. And Flip, as always, thank you for just doing everything that you do.
Yeah. Fucking mixing it up on the cameras.
Yeah, I'm about to say, like, go ahead. If you want to say something, like, go ahead.
Yeah.
Great episode today. I think that definitely covered a lot. I mean, I always learn every time you guys, before you even get into, like, you know, what the episode's about, I always learn a lot, man. So shout out to you guys. This shit was great.
But this has been another episode of Danny Loves Movies. I'm your host, Danny Till. That's Ivan. That's Flip. I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your day. Thank you very, very, very much. Goodbye.